welcome to the Dancers Hideout Bitesize Sundays. The place where you'll find all the tips and tricks to help you and your dance. My name's Ian, I'm a professional teacher and former competitor with over 30 years of dance experience. Have you ever found yourself dancing at a competition and you've given it like 110%, you've given it everything you could, but nobody saw you? You're wondering why nobody saw you on the competition floor.
You're goddamn right.
Why did they not notice you? Chances are you might have spent most of your time in the dark spots of the floor. Today I'm going to explain what those dark spots are, why they matter, and how to use the floor more strategically so that judges can actually see your dancing.
Liar!
Every dance floor, no matter whether it's a social venue or a championship competition floor, has 3 invisible tracks that progress around the floor. This is not to be mistaken with the idea of line of dance, because these are alignments.
Obvious.
And the generic understanding about moving in an anti-clockwise direction, because it's a generalized basic concept that most, if not all, dancers are already familiar with. There are 3 tracks that we can visually think about whenever we're dancing our choreography in and around the floor. There's an outside track, which is located near towards the edge of the floor, and that's not necessarily meaning right up against an audience member or anything like that, just more sort of like if you imagine half a metre away from where somebody might be sitting or something like that. There's a middle track, also known as what I like to refer to as the Goldilocks zone.
I'm more of a bear than you are. She got you.
Because ideally, when you're competing and moving around the dance floor in a generic sense, you want to sort of stay in that Goldilocks zone. And an inside track, which by comparison is one of the smaller directional routes that you can take when navigating the floor space. Overlaying on top of our 3 tracks here, you can see what I refer to as dark spots. Not because they're actually dark, but because when you dance in those areas, you happen to disappear there. So how can we understand what these tracks actually are? Let's take a look. If you imagine me moving in this general direction, so I'm heading down this way, and this is my direction of travel down the floor, then we can identify the fact that there would be a middle track, or a Goldilocks zone, if you like to think of it that way. And this track is typically the one that is used whenever we are dancing in general. This is the generalized placement of where we want to be putting our dancing choreography as we're moving around the floor. If I'm taking a step here, this track here could be considered an outside track. So if I'm standing in this position here and I'm moving in this direction here, this would be like my line of dance. This is the direction of where I'm progressing. So if I'm moving this way, this would be my Goldilocks zone. This is my middle track. And this is like the standard track that we're all following when we, generally speaking, are dancing around the floor. You know, in all the ballroom dances and in the 2 progressive dances in the Latin dancing. If I'm then going to take maybe a step just to move myself up here, now I'm closer to you guys. Now I'm closer to the audience member, and there's less space here. This is my outside track, and my outside track is not allowing me a lot of space. If I want to do anything that's danced in this direction, maybe it's like a line or something like that, I can't dance this because there's such small space here. Maybe there's a judge there, that's even worse because you knock them off balance, they don't mark you, lots of bad things.
Julian!
So this is useful to get out of situations with, but not beneficial to us because we're going to be compromised. There's only one place that we can go from here, and it's back to this position. I refer to this position here, the middle track, as the Goldilocks zone because I can choose to go to the right or the left when I'm moving down the floor. So if somebody was right in front of me here, then when they are not moving, maybe they're standing on the spot for some reason, and I need to keep moving and I need to get around them, I can use my outside track to go around them, or I can use the inside track to go around them. The Goldilocks zone allows me this opportunity. When I'm gonna then taking the step here, and I'm in this track is what I would refer to as the inside track. So again, just like the outside track, there's a benefit from being here because I can avoid a couple if they're in my way. But like in the same way, I'm limited to where I can go next, because if I go any further in this direction, I'm going to cross the floor into the oncoming traffic. This is not a good idea.
Obvious.
Coming back to our example before of that bird's eye view with the 3 tracks, you can see highlighted on the infographic here the placement of what I refer to as dark spots. These dark spots are where if you happen to get caught in them, and audience members don't tend to see your dancing as prominently as what you'd like them to. So what happens is if a judge is marking, for instance, and they're stood and they're there but the corner's over there, they're less likely to see you. To give an example from my own dancing. So when I used to have a lesson with a guy called George Code, he explained to me lots of details about the dancing, but one of the things he told me, he was judging a big important competition, UK Open, and he said to me, I had to look for you on the floor. You were dancing in the dark spots of the floor. And I was like, what? He recognized me because he knows me, obviously. So he was like, I watched you dance out of the corner into a place where I could actually see your dancing. And then I was able to mark you when I saw you do the things that I expect to see you dancing. But when you were in the corner, I couldn't see. I can't mark you because I can't see you. So this was very interesting to me. So then I actually began to look at my choreography in my dancing, and even though it does go into the corner, like, I don't have to be in the corner.
No way.
The dancing moves towards the corner, but I don't have to be in the corner. So next time you're practicing or competing, remember the golden rule.
Don't eat the yellow snow.
Oh, I know that.
Don't go into the dark spots. Make sure the judges have got a chance to see your quality, performance, and your presence on that floor. Give it every opportunity to be seen.
Okay.
And by dancing in either the middle or inside tracks, you'll find yourself being able to have, maybe even receiving better marks from your judges, but also as well feeling like you've been able to perform better at that event.
Wrong.
If you've enjoyed today's episode, be sure to give us a like. We'll really appreciate it, of course. If you want to see more from the Dancers Hideout, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and make sure you ding the bell icon so that you can stay notified for whenever we're putting out new videos or content. You can also drop down in the comment section anything that you found interesting from today's video. Maybe there is something that you want to see in a future video. Let us know. In the meantime, I've been Ian, this here's the Dancers Hideout, and it's been a pleasure.